The Amazon is a vast region that spans the border of 8 rapidly developing countries that include Brazil, Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana, an overseas territory of France. The Amazon River starts in the mountains of Peru and flows out of Brazil into the Atlantic Ocean.
The Amazon is the second longest river in the world and the world's widest river. % of South America is located in the Amazon River Basin. The Amazon River Basin is the largest river basin in the world, covering about 2,720,000 square miles in area, and the river spans for about 4,200 miles across South America. The Amazon River runs through the famous Amazon rainforest, which contains 90 to 140 billion metric tons of carbon, which helps stabilize local and global climate. The rainforest accounts for 56% of the world's broadleaf forest.
In the Amazon, there are 30,000 different plant species, 2,000 fish species, 60 reptile species, and 35 mammal families, which accounts for 10% of the known species in the world. The largest city in the basin is Belém, Brazil, which has almost 2 million people.
Into a legal battle pitting the indigenous population of northern Ecuador against Texaco. The company had extracted oil there for 30 years. It was taken over by Chevron in 2001.
The oil found in the Amazon River is insoluble, therefore it does not mix with water. February 14, 2011, a judge from an Ecuadorian town ruled that U.S.-based oil giant Chevron was responsible for polluting an area of the Amazon rainforest the size of Rhode Island and must pay $8.6 billion in damages. People were consuming water from the Amazon basin, bathing in it, preparing their food in it, and eating fish that swim in it for decades now. And we have seen the rise of any number of different kinds of skin diseases and cancers that have never existed previously. An estimated 1,400 people died from oil-related diseases.
In the film, he argues that Texaco and its current owner are responsible for dumping toxic waste in the Amazon rainforest.
Más de 1,000 millones de galones de agua tóxica.
At a site where toxic soil had just been collected.
Esta sustancia.
This substance that we find...
$7 billion lawsuit is far from being settled. Roseanne Skirble, VOA News, Washington.
The Amazon basin is being targeted for large dam projects. More than 60 large dams are being planned for the Brazilian Amazon. Projected dams and industrial waterways would provide the power and transport needed to move large quantities of resources out of the Amazon and accelerate its destruction. Solid waste pollution corresponds to various plastic residues, and it is detected mainly in sedimentation areas of the rivers and coasts. The accumulation of solid waste on some river beaches or small streams close to large urban centers potentially affect tourism. It is more obvious during periods of low water in the river. The river carries a large volume of trees, pieces of wood, branches, leaves, and roots. During the dry season, these natural solid waste can cover beaches in the river channel.